Most people think that a workout is only worth doing if you can spend upwards of 45 minutes doing it. And that's actually not true at all. 10 minutes a day of exercise is absolutely more than enough to not only get in really, really good shape, but also to live a really, really healthy, long life. And let's talk about why. I'll talk specifically about muscle growth in a minute, but I first want to discuss what I think is an extremely potent point given that we're right in the middle of the social media age, and that is confidence. A lot of men and women struggle with body image and self-confidence, and you would not believe the difference that simply losing a bit of fat and building a bit of muscle can actually make to someone's perception of themselves. Now, I'm not talking about getting in Olympic athlete shape. I'm just talking about being a bit leaner, a bit more muscular, and overall healthier, genuinely healthier, because you feel it massively. You're more confident, and that spills over to every other area of your life. Let's say you did a 10-minute kettlebell workout a day and you worked pretty hard most days. You can probably burn an average of 100 to 200 calories per high intensity kettlebell workout you do, whilst simultaneously building some muscle and strength. That adds up to about 700 to 1400 calories extra burned every single week, meaning that even if you don't change your diet at all, you can slowly but surely contribute to fat loss. Now, a deficit of 700 to 1400 calories isn't massive over the course of a week. So for a normal person, you might expect to lose 0.25 to 0.5 pounds a week doing this. But if you just changed your diet slightly as well, this would lead to even greater changes whilst preserving muscle mass. And over the course of even 3 months, this can make a massive difference. People will notice, and you can become far more confident. And so it doesn't take 5 days a week of 1 hour sessions in the gym. It just takes 10 minutes a day of focused movement, focused training, difficult exercises that are still simple and easy to learn, but are difficult. And by the way, if you want 30 ways in 30 days to get stronger and fitter in 10 minutes a day from home, you can sign up below. It's completely free. I'll send you an email every day for 30 days with an actionable piece of advice or strategy that you can use to build your own sustainable and simple routine that is actually going to get you really good results. And I do want to talk about what specifically goes on inside your body when you do a 10-minute workout. But first, let's talk specifically about muscle growth. Building muscle, contrary to popular belief, is not reliant on a timer. There's not a magic number of minutes or hours that you have to train a muscle for before it will grow. Your muscles can't tell the time, they can't read a clock. They only care about 3 things if you want them to grow. The first is mechanical tension. Are you providing a stimulus to the muscle that puts a strain on it and makes it contract under load? So that's called mechanical tension. The second is micro damage. Inside muscles, there's microscopic things called actin myosin filaments. You don't have to remember the name, but they are responsible for the contraction and relaxation of our muscles. If they tear, they will grow back a little bit stronger. Each time you tear them, they'll grow back a little bit bigger. And that's why over time, you will notice an increase in muscle growth. And the third reason is metabolic stress. I'm not going to go into the science, but just think of this as the burn that you get when working a muscle. Now, you can absolutely accomplish all of this in 10 minutes. And you could argue that for optimal growth, you would need 90 to 180 seconds rest between each set. And I would absolutely agree with you. That is true for optimal growth. However, I only want to spend 10 minutes working out a day. I have other stuff that I want to do. I don't want to spend my time working out, even though I do enjoy it. But that means I don't really care about what's optimal. I only care about what is sustainable for me. So long term, suboptimal but sustainable beats optimal and unsustainable. And the challenge is, what is considered sustainable or unsustainable is different for every single person. So you have to figure out what's sustainable for you. Okay, now I want to talk about what goes on actually inside your body, to your organs, to your blood vessels and everything else. The first point I want to make is that when you use your muscles, you're basically burning off some extra sugar from your blood. And if you normally have high blood sugar, you're at a risk of a whole plethora of different health conditions. Seriously, it's really, really important. So I'm not just talking about diabetes here, although that is a big one. I'm talking about nerve damage. I'm talking about vision disturbance, kidney disease, cardiovascular disease. And now imagine that every day you spend just 10 minutes exercising, working your muscles, getting your heart rate up, that's movement based, that's contracting your muscles, that's using energy, that not only burns sugar as fuel for that movement, but it also makes your body better at dealing with any sugar that you give it for the rest of the day or the whole of the next day. Your body becomes more sensitive to sugar, and therefore it can deal with it better just by exercising, just by moving. Blood pressure, so making your heart work harder means it forces it to adapt. And 10 minutes has time and time again been shown to be more than enough if you're using high intensity cardio, using interval training to improve VO2 max. Basically, it's a measure of how efficient your motor is in your body The more efficient a motor, the longer the car lasts. The more efficient your heart and lungs, the longer your body lasts. It can lower blood pressure, it can lower vascular resistance, which means your blood vessels stay healthier and don't take as much damage, which over time means that your risk of blood clots, heart attacks, strokes is also lower. And 10 minutes is also enough to promote joint health, balance, flexibility, mobility, circulation, brain health. What I'm trying to get at is there are more reasons to exercise and work out than just muscle, heart and fat. And there's also mental health. I'm not a psychologist, I'm a physiologist, but we know that exercise releases feel-good hormones and makes us less stressed. So if you're in a stressful job, you're in a stressful period of life, you're getting benefits that stretch way beyond just muscular and cardiovascular benefits. And if you're like me and you don't have access to a sauna or spa, even though I'd absolutely kill for one, the next best thing you can do for your mental health is exercise. So hopefully that's given you some reasons as to why just 10 minutes a day is enough. You don't need to keep falling for the myth that you need to train for an hour. Yes, if you want to be optimal and you want to be a bodybuilder, you want to be an Olympian, you're going to have to spend more time training. But for people like you and me, normal people with lives and hobbies and other stuff that we want to do, 10 minutes a day is absolutely more than enough to get amazing results, amazing benefits, completely transform your life. So I really hope this video helped. Remember to sign up for my 30 ways in 30 days down below, and I will see you in the next one.